Not sure where I left off, but pretty big update. Got the interior almost finished. Brand new carpet is in. Came out really nice. It's the ACC mass backing. And if it needs some trimming, but other than that, it's pretty good. Got up way up high under the dash. All the panels are in. Looks really good in here. All we have left to do is seat belts, which I will switch over to the bench right now and show you guys what's going on with those. So these seat belts were not retracting, and they're off of a 92 GMC Sierra, but I'm sure all the GM seat belts from that era are pretty much a similar design. So in order to fix these, you don't have to fully disassemble them, but you do have to remove the spring cover. Let me show you how you do that right now. So I already popped this off, but the way you do it is on this side, there's a little spot to get a flat head in. So you can pop it off. There's three little tab kind of deals that go into the bracket. And now once those are all free, you want to be very careful you don't let the spring fly out. So what I did was I quickly got my fingers in there, slid it off of the shaft, and right there you could see the spring's in there, and then you could slowly keep your finger on it to keep tension and slowly let all the tension of the spring out, and it'll slowly rotate. You just don't want this shooting out because you'll probably never get it back in easily. But once that is off, you're left with this. And now I also freed this up a little bit, but before it was impossible for me to turn this with my hand. So all I did was I sprayed some lubricant in these shaft ends, both sides. And then I took a drill with a flathead attachment and repeatedly did that at a fast rate. Pull it out, do it again and again and again, and that'll work all the rust and all the junk that's holding it, you know, making it tight. And now at this point, I'm pretty sure if I was to tension that spring up, it would easily return because this is super free at this point. So let's get that spring back on and I'll show you how we tension it. So when we tension this, we're going to want to start with the seat belt all the way wrapped up because you want it to pull into this position. We'll wind it up. It doesn't have to be all the way, but because I have this cover off, so it'll never fully sit in there like it naturally would in the car, but just so it's 90% there. I'll stop right around there. Then you're going to take your spring and you are going to start it on the shaft. If you see there's a little split in the center where the end of the spring is, that'll go right into the slot of the shaft where we're sticking that flathead. So we'll get that popped in. You want to make sure that's in there. And also if your spring is broke, you're going to have to get another one. There's no repairing it at that point. So now that it's on, we'll just rotate. And depending on what side you're doing, you might have to rotate it clockwise or counterclockwise, but this side is clockwise to make tension. So we're slowly, with every rotation, adding some tension, and then I'll pause and I'll just test it. Let's see. Not there yet. Add some more tension to it. So what I've been doing is just kind of keep pulling it out, letting it spin. And it gets to a point where it kind of starts doing it on its own. And you know you're close at that point. So what I'll do is I'll spray in a little more lubricant. We're real close, and let's just put another turn on this thing. And look at that. Basically there. I might do one more turn just to be safe. You don't want to over tighten this because that's probably where you could stress out the spring. It'll just snap on you one day, but I'm sure there's a good amount of leeway in these. Now this cap will only go on one way. You just pop it on. And just like that, we now have a retracting seatbelt again. Now another thing I'm doing is I've taken off a good amount of seatbelts in my day, and they all rust, and it always stains the carpet. So when I got this rubber from Home Depot, and I'm not expecting it to fully prevent any future rust stains from the seatbelt, but I think it'll be good for now because it's a brand new carpet and I'd rather not get it messed up if I could prevent it. So hopefully that'll kind of keep the steel from sitting directly on the carpet and fucking it up. Here's a better view of the interior with more light. Honestly looks like it's almost brand new. The only issue is whoever I got this interior set from, whatever truck came out of, they're definitely painters, because there is paint on nearly every plastic. And I haven't really tried to get this stuff off yet. I really just give it a quick wipe down with some disinfectant. So I'm sure if I had some kind of good goo off or whatever, I can get it off. Now, the only thing I have to do at this point is ideally get a 60/40 or a bench and put it in. I still have to put the seatbelt receivers in. As you can see, I kind of put the pick through the carpet just to find my hole. I don't have a long enough bolt. These bolts won't work, so I'll have to run to the parts store tomorrow. But other than that, I absolutely love how this came out. It feels super clean in here. It's cleaner than my daily, honestly. I don't even want to wear my shoes in it. I'm gonna take them off just to get in the thing. But super cozy. I love the red and I'm really happy I went with it. I also did the radio there. You get a little cubby. Can't fit much in there though, so probably just gum. And then what I also did was I found a new cluster with a tack, because the original one didn't have a tack. I like having one just to see how things are going. But yeah, better look at that cup holder. I really like this. GM was always kind of a stickler with cup holders back in the day. I have no idea why, but Firebird doesn't have any, Camaro doesn't have any. This has an aftermarket add-on style one. I'm sure if I got a center console, it'll have one. And I do want either a center console or the bench, but it's hard to find red seats, so I take what I got. Now in here, I'm keeping some cleaning supplies and some spare sensors, like the basic idler control, throttle positioning sensor, map sensor, just so if I ever break down, usually with a TBI, that's all you really need. I should get a cool and temp sensor as well and put it in there, but truck has a brand new one, so I'm not too concerned about that. But that way, if I ever get stuck on the side of the road, I could at least change the basics. Eventually I'll have a toolbox in the bed too, so tools won't be an issue. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out. And at this point, we're ready to start cleaning up the engine bay, and then hopefully we could start doing the body. And at that point, this thing's gonna look beautiful. All right, well, thanks for watching.